Hey there, and thanks for watching. This is Well Behaved Wallet, where we talk about mindset, motivation, and making or saving money. So I'm going to start today's video with a quick shout out to one of the comments I received on my latest video a couple videos back called 10 Reasons You Should Start Selling on eBay. So this comment comes from the Financial Freedom Diary, and I will link to her channel up here. And this is her comment. She says, so in this video I say these are reasons why you should start selling on eBay, and I ask you to let me know if you are selling on eBay, or if you're not, what's stopping you from getting started? And this is her comment. She says, I didn't think I had enough items to sell for eBay. I need to check out more of your videos. Yes, please. I guess the getting started part scares me. And that is where I'm going with today's video, because this is such a powerful topic that I wanted to talk about it, wanted to get it out there, like, let's make this happen, side hustle friends. Let's talk about getting started and how to make it easier to get started, or how to actually get started. How do you overcome the scared part, the I don't know part, the indecisive, undecided part? How do you do that? So I'm going to share with you my story and kind of five steps that I go through anytime I'm trying to start a new thing that is a little bit uncertain and can be a little bit scary. So here are my 5 tips for getting started. So thing number 1 is think about why. Think about why you want to get started. For example, selling on eBay. Why do you want to get started? To make extra money. It's a good reason, right? Making extra money is always a good thing. And then you think about the real why. Well, why do you want to make extra money? And you think, because I want to be able to provide for my family, lend a sense of financial security, to be able to do more, have more, give more, to be more. And then you think about how you would feel to have that extra money when that $100 sale comes in, when those $5, $10 sales come in, when you wake up to having money in your PayPal account that you didn't have there before. You think about how that's going to feel, and that is your why right there. When you think about being able to build your savings with that, you think about being able to take a vacation or to pay off debt, or be able to move yourself to a place of greater financial security. That is your why right there. Think about it. Feel it, really like internalize that feeling of why, and use that as your reason to move forward. Because let me tell you, in a lot of these things, getting through like the boring, tedious, terrifying, scary, mundane parts of any type of new business, especially when it comes to side hustles, you're going to need that why, that reason of why, to get you through the hard times. And there will be hard times, but it's going to be worth it. So step number 2 is another way to get you through those hard times, and that is to build your team. So this is really, really important, especially being on YouTube, which is it can feel very isolating because, you know, like right now I'm sitting here talking to a camera, but I'm really talking to you and I'm sharing time with you because you're deciding to spend time with me. And this is the potential for collaboration is so great. Like, I've met so many amazing, wonderful people on YouTube. It's such a great connection platform, and it gives you a great opportunity to build people and to have people around you that will encourage you and cheer you on, right? So right here is a great way to start to build your team. Go online, look for resources. And Facebook, you know, love it or hate it, it's another great resource. I've been a part of really great groups on Facebook that will help you to get to start yourself and to start your side hustle, right? Especially when it comes to side hustle, people that will encourage you through the tough times, people to give you knowledge and inspiration to get through those tough times, that will kind of motivate you and propel you forward, because we can't do it on our own. That is my biggest sort of learning of the year, is that I can't do it alone. And it's so frustrating because I tend to be a fairly independent person, and I want to be able to do as much as I can by myself. I have huge expectations for myself, and sometimes it's tough. It's always tough to realize that I need help and I need support and I need people around me to kind of help move me to the next level. And you need people around you to help build you to the next level. Because let me tell you, once you overcome that initial fear of getting started or making mistakes or making potentially expensive mistakes, yeah, you're going to make mistakes, but you know what? what's on the other side, your why is going to be totally worth it, like 100 times worth any mistakes you're going to make. So tip number 2 is to build your team. So the next 3 tips are things that I stole entirely from Tony Robbins. And, you know, if you've been around the personal development world, you know, you're familiar with him and his personal power is Unleash the Giant Within. Whatever your thoughts on him, he's got some great ideas. So he talks a lot about your strategy, your story, and your state. Let me revise those. Your story, your state, and your strategy. And these are so critically important because they will kind of let you know where you're getting started and where you're going to go, how you're going to get there, and how you're going to feel as you're getting there, and how that feeling will help you get there. So let me kind of break it down. So starting with story, what is the story that you're telling yourself about getting started? So a quote that I picked up was, "The only thing standing between you and your goal is the story you tell yourself about why you haven't gotten there yet." So let me say it again. The only thing standing between you and your goal is the story you tell yourself about why you haven't gotten there yet. So, for example, if you're kind of on the fence about eBay or selling anything in general, and you're like, well, I don't really know. If you're telling yourself a story that I'm just not really good at selling, like I make a mistake, or, you know, I feel like I'll be taken advantage of, or any of the reasons that you might come up with for not getting started, then, you know, let me tell you, you're going down. Like there's almost zero chance that you're going to get started. But if you tell yourself, like the right time is just coming, the right time, there's never been a better time than right now. I've never been stronger. I've never been smarter. I've never been surrounded by better people. I've never been in a better position to start right now. You know what? I'm going to start right now because there's never been a better time. So it really has to do with the story, how you reframe your current circumstances to push you toward where you're going or to help move you into that new position. For example, when I got started, also to do with team, I was taking this course and I thought to myself, I was actually on the fence about taking this course, and I was like, the story I was telling myself was, I don't have enough resources, I don't have enough money to buy this course, I don't have enough time to devote to this course, to dedicate to it, I just don't have the bandwidth. That was a story that I was telling myself. However, something changed in between. It was like 30 days in the time between the time the course opened and the time the course closed, that I was like, you know what? Like gradually I started hearing these success stories about people who did it while holding down like 2 to 3 other jobs, who started their own businesses and who had grown these like from nothing to like $10,000 a month income. And it was hard and it was a lot of work, but it was possible. And gradually my story started to change from I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, to I do have enough money and I do have enough time, and I've never been in a better position than right now to start right now. So gradually my story changed, and that for sure led me toward this part of not even being afraid but being excited. So instantly that feelings changed from fear to excitement. And let me tell you, they are so close, from like excited, or from a feeling of fear and being afraid to being excited, and they're kind of 2 sides to the same coin, I would say. Like the unknown is what it is. Like there's fear on one side and there's excitement on the other. You just got to make sure that you flip it over to the excited side all the time, right? Keep turning it over. Like you can pick up that coin of the unknown and turn it over to excited. Like that's the side I choose to see. So that's how story plays into this. So tip number 4 is your state. What are you feeling? And this is really good because you can change your state, right? Like I feel like I'm like super excited because I love talking about this, and I love the fact that that you're watching this. That makes me so excited. And I feel like my state right now is like super positive and upbeat because I so believe in this platform and this idea of building your side hustle and getting it going, that I'm in a really, really upbeat and positive state. However, let me tell you, not maybe 2 hours ago, literally 2 hours ago, I was not in such a positive state. Like I was a little bit like, I had a long day, like a busy day, and I was feeling kind of a little bit down. Because I just done a lot in the day, and I was like, oh, like I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can like make another video. But then I'm like, no, no, no. This is my state. Like recognizing what I can do to change my physical state. And let me tell you, there are so many things you can do. I will give you just like 5 right off the bat. So what I did was I drank some caffeine. I had a cup of coffee. I drank some water. I made sure I was really well hydrated. I put on some like smelly lotion, like some, I have an old lotion from Victoria's Secret, and that always makes me feel good to like smell something uplifting. I went to the gym and I phoned a friend. So these are 5, that is generally always very upbeat, this friend. So these are 5 things that you can do right away to change your state. Exercise, physical exercise is a wonder worker for changing your state and moving you from a place of like, I'm kind of tired, to a place of like being excited and filled with endorphins, and you get this rush of like positive energy, right? So that's like physical energy is great. Physical movement is great for changing your state. Like, let me tell you, if you ever feel like down and kind of a little bit less than motivated, try this experiment. Jump up and down 10 times. Do 20 jumping jacks. Like, I guarantee you're going to be in a different state. And that takes like 30 seconds? That's an instant way to change your state physically. And that will help you, guaranteed, to overcome your fear of getting started. And the 5th tip on how to overcome that fear and actually start is to have a good strategy. How are you going to get started? So for me, as you can tell, I really love lists. I love making lists and planning how I'm going to do things. I'm a list maker. I love it. I love writing on paper. I like seeing things in writing. And I think for me, cognitively, the process of writing down what I'm going to do is hugely powerful. So that's how I do it. Sort of map out my strategy. And here's the thing with strategy is it can change. The important thing is you just have one. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't even need to be good. It just needs to exist, right? You can change. And it's like the metaphor of a car. Like, just put your car on the road and put it in drive. You can always turn. You can like make 3 left-hand turns and get back to, if you make a wrong turn, just turn around. It's not difficult, but you do have to get going. You have to have a strategy to start. So that is tip number 5. That's probably my favorite because there's so many different aspects that go into it that you are the one that decides how it goes, how you change your strategy to adjust your goals. And trust me, you will have to change your strategy to adjust your goals because things almost never work out exactly as you plan, but they usually tend to go the way they tend to go the way that you think. Let me just say that. So your thoughts direct you. The tongue has a power of life and death, right? The words that you speak over yourself, over other people, over your business ventures, they have the power of life and death. Let me tell you that. So start speaking positive words into your story, into your circumstances as a whole, and you will be massively overcome and overwhelmed, let me tell you, in a good way. So those are my tips for overcoming your fear of getting started, just getting started in general. That can be so difficult, but once you're started, you're started. And once you're rolling, you'll find your momentum builds on itself, and success leads to success. Try it and you'll see. So I hope this has been helpful. As always, I thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you will keep watching.